question that I get asked a lot that definitely requires reiterating is the question, do I have to listen to goth music exclusively in order to be part of the subculture? Because there are a lot of people who are new to the subculture. There are baby bats who get told, well, if you're not listening to only goth music, then you're not a goth. And it even goes further. They say if you're not listening to trad, like the stuff in the 80s, then you're not a goth. And I can tell you categorically that that cannot be furthest from the truth. So the question is, what defines a goth? And that's honestly people who are part of the subculture that listens to the music. And it's a controversial one because a lot of people don't like the answer and they don't subscribe to that idea. But it really is. It's a music-based subculture, and it goes back to like, well, what is goth and what is gothic? Gothic is a descriptor term. Gothic is going to describe things like literature. It's going to describe architecture. It's going to describe even a pair of shoes. Those shoes are gothic. But when we're referring to the subculture, the music is goth. It's called goth. The subculture is called goth, and in order to be part of the subculture, one tends to listen to the music. That's kind of like, it's just the way that it is. And it's weird to consider because there's a lot of people who refuse to acknowledge that. But would you do that when it comes to things like metal or punk? Would you say, well, I'm a metalhead, but I don't listen to the music? I dare you to go to any metalhead, any seasoned hardcore metalhead, and say that, and see how that goes for you. And then, of course, do I have to listen to just trad or just 80s? No. There are so many different subgenres of goth music. Honestly, when I see people incessant of saying like, oh, I don't have to listen to the music, I don't like the music. Honestly, there are so many different subgenres. There is something there for everybody. And if you just gave it a chance, I will bet money that you will find something that you like. Furthermore, do I have to listen to goth music exclusively to be part of the subculture? No, definitely not. There are goth purists that exist, but they are, kind of the exception, not the rule. You have goths that straddle different subcultures. They will straddle like goth emo, goth hip hop, or several subcultures because there are so many different parts of them because we tend to be very dynamic people. We're not like a hive mind or anything. Sure, you do have to listen to goth music and it kind of does have to be the primary genre that you listen to, but that doesn't mean you can't listen to things like metal or emo or grunge or K-pop. It doesn't matter. There are so many goths who have a varying array of types of music that they love and they listen to, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it doesn't make them any less of a goth for doing it. So if there's anybody out there telling you that no, you cannot be a goth if you don't listen to goth music exclusively, it is not true. Don't listen to them. Listen to whatever you want. Listen to your heart's content. We are not a goth exclusive subculture. So